awesome people, welcome to my channel guys, Adam Burwell, and if it's your first time, please consider subscribing below. I'll do my best to keep you informed, entertained, inspired, and intrigued with all my YouTube video. And this video is going to be something a little bit different. I think this is my first time reacting to a content from Iran. I may be wrong, but this was sent to me a couple of days ago. The title, as you can see, is 11 Reasons Why You Should Travel to Iran. Now, to be quite honest, I really don't know much about the country, although one thing that would come into my mind is it safe? So let's just go watch and see this video to, to get to know more of this, country. Let's start. All right, there it is. 11 reasons why you should. I'll be linking this video as well in the description box.
Firstly, people.
Okay.
People are fantastic here. It's a very warm culture. I've been here twice now. I've come alone both times. I've never been alone. It's the type of place people will come up to you. They're very open.
That's quite understandable.
I find it very
actually
authentic. It's not just a politeness. There's a realness to it.
At the end of the day, the people, it's
Diversity.
going to be the people of the country with
Super
will
mixed up.
make you fall in
all over
love
the
with the
place.
country. You know what I
Lush
mean?
Forests, mountains, desert like this, sea.
Mountains and seas. Okay, because, yeah, forgive my ignorance. When I think of Iran, I'm thinking of desert, to be honest. So this is a video that's going to be helpful for me.
Persian Gulf. And it's also culturally varied. Every region you go to in this country is much different. Thirdly, I'd say the infrastructure. Infrastructure is good. That was a surprise to me. The main highways are good. The inter-country flights are excellent. Trains.
This is interesting.
Long-distance buses. Very easy to get around. That hasn't been a problem at all. Quite often a guest house will book, whatever you need. Fourth thing that really stands out is the history.
Oh wow.
The history is deep. There are many,
Rich history.
many layers to this place. There's a feeling.
I guess like most countries, perhaps.
That's something you just have to experience on your own. That's
Yep,
just by being
totally.
around here. Safety.
Here we
that's
go.
most people's main concern with the
Yes,
because of
that
what's seen
was
on the news.
my initial thought
And
too.
it's so crazy this place gets such a bad rap on that front.
Oh, wow.
Because the actual reality is completely different than the perceived reality, which is it's safe to travel here. Things can happen. I did have a phone stolen in Tehran this trip. That can happen in Rome. That can happen in Barcelona.
Exactly.
But as far as petty crime, there is
Tehran
some
is the
violent
capital
crime.
city, I guess, right?
Super low. Most likely
This is
safer
actually
than where
good to
you're
know.
from. If you're coming from the west, pretty much definitely safer than where you're from. Maybe Switzerland or Norway being an exception. They are really good
from
at
the news,
breaking
like
down
online,
politics,
Twitter.
separating the two. Do they hate U.S. politics? Yeah, for sure.
Oh
The
wow.
country's getting pinched by sanctions right now. Do they hate American people? No. Probably the most pro-American country I've been to, which is very interesting. Costs.
Because
It's cheap.
sometimes you really have to sort of separate the government, the country, and also the people. Like this creator mentioned, the first reason he mentioned was the people. So at the end of the day, the people from a nation would really contribute a huge and important factor in why tourists would keep on visiting. And of course the safety. I mean, yeah. That's a
It's
given
the end
already.
of 2018, and their economy's been clobbered. They're dealing with hyperinflation. It's really shitty for the average person here. The sad reality, or the beneficial reality for the traveler, is it's super cheap.
Oh wow.
I mean, ridiculously cheap. I don't think there's a value like this on the planet right now.
Affordable,
Yeah.
okay.
I stayed at the most beautiful guest house, and it was
Even here, you know what, in the
$25
Philippines, a lot of travel
ticket
bloggers would say
tomorrow,
that it's
back to
really
Tehran,
cheap,
$20.
inexpensive.
so the cost.
They get a lot of the value for their money, but
hard currency. There are a lot of clever people here. There are a lot of philosophical people. They like to go into the philosophy of things. Look, Rumi and
that
Fez,
is interesting.
that's like baked into the DNA of this place. If you like conversations about more philosophical topics, Iran's a great place to be. A lot of people speak English here, and they speak it well. I think Farsi to
That's
English
good
is
to
the
know.
gap.
That
So as far
is
as
just,
listening to it and the accent, it's
that would
easy
be
here.
helpful.
So getting by with English is not a problem.
So that there will
The
be no
food is
like
good. It's not
communication
my
problem or
favorite
barrier.
because it's heavily meat based and right. There's a lot of
Oh,
rice and bread. So I don't typically do a lot of rice and bread and a lot of meat. If you do,
well, I'm
I
a
love it.
meat
If you
person,
are a
so I
vegetarian,
would definitely
there are
thrive there at
excellent
Iran.
alternatives. Names aren't coming into my head
Look
right
at
now,
those
but I had
cakes
this
though.
bean soup last night that was delicious. Hospitality, hospitality is deep and it's thick, and people are going to invite you for things here. Just go open, go in with an open mind, an open heart, and if you do so, it's
Travel with an open mind and an open heart. I guess that is like one of the like main factors or very correct mindset upon like exploring the world. You know what I mean?
it's going to be sad to leave this trip. I have such a social life. I actually have more of a social life here than I do at home. You will never feel alone in this country. There's some countries you go to and you have to really work to break through the front lines, let's say. It's harder to connect into the people. I give, for an example, China. Depending where you are in the far west is different. But say in the east, from what I've experienced, you're not going to connect in as easily. In Iran, it's almost impossible if you put a smile on it and say,
Yeah, smile is like pretty much like the universal language, apart from music or I don't know. You know, when you go to a country and you don't know the language or you don't you just smile. And every if the people will smile back, then there's already like an instant connection there.
hello. They're going to give you so much here. Architecture is stunning. This Islamic
Oh,
architecture,
that is
beautiful.
beautiful.
There's
Yeah, I
also
was
some
about to say
interesting
that.
stuff in Tehran. There's some new modern um, architecture. There's also some
Art,
older stabs
Deco.
of Art Deco and some eclectic mixed up stuff. So don't listen to the hype, what you see on the media, the group think of all those around you that are going to tell you how dangerous Iran is. It's interesting that most people have no knowledge on what it's like in the
And then
country,
give a judgment
and they're the ones
already.
giving advice. Don't listen to that. Do your own research
That
because
is
the reality
fair.
in the
Yeah.
country is it's fantastic, a wonderful place to travel to. It will mark you. It will mark you in a certain way. Definitely recommend traveling to Iran.
That was really helpful. And I guess at the end of the day, it will really depend on you as a traveler. Some would really just have a better safe than sorry mindset, but then some would just like want to explore there, as he said, with an open mind and an open heart. This is just sort of a light bulb video for me. And thank you so much for watching till the end, guys. I'll see you in my next upload, okay? Bye.